With stay-at-home orders across the country, the coronavirus is highlighting our dependence on people doing essential jobs that help us eat and survive. Essential workers, from grocery store clerks to healthcare professionals, are keeping the economy running and keeping us safe, risking their lives while millions of Americans shelter in place. Well, joining me now is Father Thomas Reese, a Jesuit priest and an analyst at Religion News Service. Father, it's always great to see you.
Good to be with you again.
You know, it's often in hard times like these that we discover what we're made of and recalibrate priorities. You wrote something that was pretty poignant, that the people that you describe as the most important in the American economy 3 months ago look very different than the people you'd put in that category today.
Absolutely. I mean, 3 months ago, we would have said investors, CEO, venture capitalists, entrepreneurs, bankers. Today, we recognize that the most important people in the economy are the people who put the food on our grocery shelves, get the food to us, get the toilet paper to us, and all of the other things that we actually need to survive and to stay healthy. The first responders, all of these people. And the tragedy is that so many of these people are not rewarded by the marketplace. 70% of the people in the United States don't have $1,000 of savings. And I'll tell you, by now, it's worse than that because that $1,000 is gone. 42% of the people in the United States earn less than $15 a day. And many of these are the very people that are essential to our survival today, the farm workers, the grocery store clerks. These people are keeping us alive, and we kind of look down on them until now.
You know, you say the quarantine experience looks and feels different depending on one's socioeconomic background, ranging from unpleasant to very difficult to near impossible. Early on, we know that you were under quarantine yourself out of safety concerns. Can you explain what you meant by that?
Well, we had one of our Jesuits in our community was tested positive for the virus in the middle of April. In the middle of March. And so he had to isolate. Now, we put him in a room. Luckily, he had his own bathroom. We brought him food, left it at the door. And he had a horrible experience. But luckily, it wasn't so bad he had to go to the hospital. Now, the rest of us were quarantined by the public health department. That meant we could not leave the residence. No one could come in, no family, no colleagues, no employees. We were lucky because we had friends who would bring us groceries and that sort of thing. But imagine the family that has to do that. I mean, how many people have a room with a bathroom that they can, isolate somebody in who's sick? How many people can keep social distance in a normal suburban house, let alone in public housing and poor quarters that so many people live in? This is, the poor are, it's no surprise that the high percentage of blacks and Hispanics are dying of this virus because of the living conditions they're in. They're in close quarters living. They had health issues to begin with. They don't have good health care in their neighborhoods. All of these things are revealing to us that we have not been paying attention.
All right. Well, Father Reese, we thank you for highlighting these important numbers for us. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Good to be with you. I hope stay healthy.